Hey guys, I was thinking about doing a screaming tutorial for the longest time. It's my first video, so hey, what's up YouTube? Um, I normally post text comments, so I can't give an in-depth tutorial on how to scream. So I wanted to break it down step by step, give everybody the best possible way to learn it. Hopefully, I can guide you through each step. So let's get started. The very basics. Starts off. You want to start screaming. You got to learn how to do it properly. And yes, there is a proper way. You don't want to just yell, because then you'll damage your throat. Unfortunately for me, I cannot be screaming in this tutorial to help you out because my throat is a bit rough because I had a cold. Shit happens. So when you're screaming, you're going to use your diaphragm, and everybody talks about the diaphragm. What it is the same thing you do when you're taking a crap. Um, so to push the air from your diaphragm, it's like flexing. Just pretend you're taking a crap. Just try it for a second, and you'll feel what I'm talking about. That flexing, and then if you try talking like that, you'll feel you run out of air really fast, and then you learn about how to let the air escape from your throat. So when you're flexing with your stomach, with your diaphragm, and you're trying to push that air out, you use your throat to distort it. So when you're pushing out, you want to kind of, you know what I mean? You use your throat to give it that raspiness, whatever your sound is. You don't have to sound exactly like a person you admire, a favorite band you have. You don't have to sound like me, but you won't hear me. So, um, if you think your screams sound weird, it's probably just you. Keep working at it. Um, if it starts to hurt in the very beginning, it's normal. Um, but if it hurts a lot, then yeah, you have to stop and just try a different way. Um, so the so you got your stomach, and you're learning how to push the air from your abdomen, your diaphragm, wherever that is that it comes from. You're pushing it against your throat, and then you use your throat to actually distort it, not make noise. Well, yeah, make noise, but you don't want to actually use your voice, your vocal cords. It's hard to explain, but you'll understand if you get it. So when you're breathing out, it's like, oh, kind of. Like I said, my throat's really screwed up, but it's almost like you're clearing your throat, like, like if you hear it's like, kind of chop like that, that's way too much force, so you don't want to be like pushing out like, that would hurt your throat. So try to avoid using too much of your throat, just enough. That'll take some practice, but practice makes perfect, so keep trying. I recommend, if you have a favorite band, that you try and scream like them, just to get yourself started. You're never just going to sit down and scream one day. You got to practice to it, and the best way to do it, from my experience, is to just sit down and practice the best to a song, your favorite band that screams. Um, for growls, or gutturals, or low screams, or whatever you want to call them, um, you use the same concept of your diaphragm, and you push the air in your throat, but you open your throat a bit more to let a bit more air escape. And your tongue does make a difference, and your lips do make a difference. So, like when you're doing a low scream, like a oh kind of thing, you can feel it's relaxing on your throat, but you still get that kind of tickly feeling in your throat. That's normal, but it'll be a lot easier on your throat than an actual high pitched scream. At least for me, anyways. I'm not greatest at lows. My specialty is highs. So, where can we go from here? The water thing. People say water helps a lot. I agree that water does help. The warm water concept, that actually might help because, as everybody knows, the more heat you put into something, the more it expands. So it relaxes it. But the more you drink cold water, it might actually constrict your throat, and you may lose your voice for like the rest of the song or the rest of the show, whatever it may be that you're doing. You won't lose your voice permanently, but it will hamper your, hinder. It'll cut it. It'll make you lose your voice quick. So, experience the water for you, and see how it works out. I don't recommend trying to eat anything like salty chips or salt and vinegar chips or something like that'll give you like a Coca-Cola, how it'll give you that bubbly in your throat. Don't do that because that's not actually screaming. You're not doing that with your voice. Um, like I said before, if you just practice and practice and practice with your diaphragm and your throat, it'll come to you naturally. And eventually, when you do get it, you may not get it, but if you do, then good for you. Congratulations, and I hope this tutorial helped. Once again, if I'm sorry if I missed anything, I didn't touch up on anything too clear. Um, Give me a comment back, and I'll try and answer any question to the best of my ability. See you later.